sports nerds, it's Friday and I'm back. We're back. We're all back. It feels great to be back after a week of taking off so I can go and get a bunch of content for everybody. NSD is live, episode 44. I am 150, your host, Andrew Bear. Joined with me tonight, right now anyway, is the other 1/2/5 of the host, Mr. Alex Loosemore, in the house, host of Restoring the Roar on NSD, host of the NFL Edition, on the NFL Edition, host of the College Show on Let's Talk Football, writer for a Detroit Lions thing, and he does a bunch of other shows that I'm not even going to start trying to name off. Mr. Alex Loosemore, thank you for joining me tonight. How are we doing?
Not too much. Excited to be back and get into the swing of things again.
I know. Needed a week because, like I said, I don't like in the off season to just go on here and just be like, huh. I do, but I like to have good content for everyone.
Yeah.
And especially in the off season. So, and in the off season, we still have bills to pay. So we are going to get to that. But today we have special guests who are going to be joining us. Let me, tell you about them first. We have Mr. Peter Blake of the Sports Web going to be joining us. We have Harry the Greek from 1252 Sports, the Over and Under. And we have Tampa Bay Ray from Ray Kennedy. Kappa Ray, there we go. I was like, wait a second. Yeah. Kappa Ray. They're going to be all joining us at some point tonight. Well, got a couple in the back here, and I will introduce them properly. First things first, ladies and gentlemen, we are sponsored. I should have made sure I had this damn thing. I always got to go through the box because Kyle hasn't picked up his stuff yet. We are sponsored by ZAGNIF Apparel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to try on some of this beauty, it's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving it to Kyle. You know what? I might just make a decision here. I'm just saying. It might just be. It's gonna be mine. Anyway, ZAGNIF Apparel, ladies and gentlemen, 15% off. Use the code word FOOBS15. They got shirts, they got jackets, they got shoes, they got pants, they got a lot of stuff. Really.
Yeah.
Go check them out. Use the code word, saves you 15% off. Take a picture, by the way. This is the other thing we're going to do because NSD is going to be giving out a lot of prizes for this upcoming season. So make sure if you do buy ZAGNIF Apparel, you take a picture, you hashtag NSD, and you get entries into this draw coming up. Which, by the way, someone like Scott, if you've been looking for prizes, we have ways.
There's a way to do it.
Yeah. All you got to do is go to the page, the group, and go answer the pop quiz. Tell us who the hell was the first ever guest on NSD. And if you are right, you will obviously get a chance to win prizes. We
Still
also
mad the
have-
host can't play.
Well, yeah, the host can't play
It's
because
bullshit.
they
Bullshit.
never win prizes for those. I never win anything. We also have other shows on the docket, just to let you know about. Obviously, we talked about Restoring the Roar. Terribly Toxic with Chris and Sid. They took this week off because Sid's got a kid and he had a birthday, so we're not going to make him do any shows. And then, obviously, Kyle and Chris are on hiatus because the Oilers suck and they don't want to talk about it too much. So they're not going to be here until September. Yes, right.
I'm leaving that one alone.
They're going to be here until September. Quick shout out to the comment section because I see it popping off tonight. Roger
There's a lot.
was the guy in the comment section saying first here tonight. Was also like, hurry up, SmackDown is on. Where are you? I love it. Arenado, Jordan Walker, Nuke. Hi, Andrew says, make a delay. Thank you for tuning in. Good evening, fellas. This is Ben Cornett. Thank you also for tuning in. Hi, Alec. How are you? Let's go from Eric Hardneck. Good to hear from you, buddy. It's been a while. Tampa Bay Rays are freaking amazing. Yes, he is. Hi, Andrew and Alex. Thank you again for tuning in. I need Andrew to get hype Jordan Walker and Nolan Otto Nuke. Buddy, we're supposed to tank, remember? No, I'm just kidding. This is good.
You can't have every team tank.
Why not?
Come on. You gotta.
Why not?
There's gotta be at least one contestant team.
Listen, I brought reinforcements tonight. Okay, I got other people that are going to be joining me tonight. Raise number one. Evening, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to drop a like, drop a share, drop a follow. Go to YouTube, subscribe. Remember, we're going to be doing prizes all year. So the more that you guys start sharing this place off, the better chances that you get to win prizes. Now, what I was alluding to there is I have some guys here who are possibly, one's a Bears fan, so he's probably going to come at you a little bit, which is fine. But I got more ammunition with me. These Buccaneer fans that are coming on here, they understand what's at stake. Tank for May 2024 is happening, my friend, and I got a lot of support.
You guys aren't going to be that bad. I will argue with each and every one of you.
Listen, I actually don't know what they think. So before we get them in,
so you said you have reinforcements, but you don't know which side they're on.
I have Buccaneer fans. That's all I know right now. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to introduce these guys properly with their own intro that I made for them a while ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry the Greek, Peter Blake, and very, very soon, Ray Kennedy. Without further ado, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, at your own request. The fans of Dynasty wanted it, so I bring it upon us. The Greek and Peter Blake. How the fuck is it going, guys?
Great, man. How are you doing tonight? I see you're all pumped up. You got the Greek in the building here. You know, you got to I love that intro, but I got to play his music. And I'm just a producer at heart, right? I feel like I got to touch some buttons here. So I got to get the Greek's intro on. Here we go.
Love it.
Guys, thank you so much for being on here tonight. As the fans know, this right here is some of the reasons why NSD was first founded. Obviously, literally from Alex. Obviously, everybody knows the story about there. The story with Harry is obviously I've made a lot of money through this man, and we have had long conversations and done many different shows together. So thank you again for being here. And of course, Peter Blake, the guy who started it all, literally about 7 feet from where I am right now is where I first watched this show. Smoked a lot of cannabis, watched it, said this man knew exactly what I wanted to be hearing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here we are about almost 6 years later, dude.
It's crazy.
By the way, did you know there's no such thing as tanking for whoever that is? Because the Bucs are going to win 10 games this year.
No.
Yeah, shake and bake. You're being my best.
Bro, I'm not kidding you.
Right.
It's my
Come on,
pick of the year. It's the over and under is 6.5 games. This team is a lock. I'm not kidding you.
Okay.
Yeah, I also agree with that. Hit that over all day.
This team is an absolute lock this year. They're winning the NFC South. I mean, it's they're overlooking this team, and I'm going to tell you why. Andrew, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to tell you why. Because they're going to have a top 6 running game in the entire National Football League.
Wow.
That's coming from number 32. Because they're actually going to do something that we collectively have all been clamoring for this team to do. It's called run the football, and they are going to run the ball like you wouldn't believe. And I'll tell you what, I don't care if it's Baker or Kyle. When you have receivers like that and you're running the football, play action pass has a tendency of holding corners and safeties up to the line of scrimmage. Tampa's got no issues this year. I'm not saying they're going deep in the playoffs.
No, okay, that's fair.
But I'm telling you,
but they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I honestly think they're making the playoffs.
Well, I definitely think they're making the playoffs because you got one of the worst divisions in football in the NFC South, and most likely it's going to be the Saints. I think the Falcons are improved, but what are the Falcons? What is Desmond Ridder? Nobody knows.
No defense.
Right, and then you have Bryce Young for the Carolina Panthers, and at the end of the day, it's Baker Mayfield, and I believe he's going to be the starting quarterback of the Bucs from day one. Has he ever had the weapons like a Mike Evans, a Chris Godwin, a Russell Gage? Hopefully he can stay healthy. And here he's exactly right. You have a Rashard White there. You have an improved offensive line, addition by subtraction, by getting rid of Donovan Smith. And furthermore, you don't have that distraction that you had last year in Tom Brady. I actually think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be the 2022 version of the Seattle Seahawks. When everybody left them for dead saying Russell Wilson's gone, so they're about to tank. They're going to surprise everybody, but not only
will be better than Seattle this year, Peter.
Yeah, probably will be better than Seattle, but they could be as good as Seattle. And you look at Dave Canales and what he did with Geno Smith, I think he can kind of duplicate that, if you will, with Mr. Baker Mayfield.
Now, Alex has kind of said the same thing here as well, where he's like, Andrew, like your team won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. It's not like it lost the entirety of its roster. And as much as I like to disagree with Alex, but I agree on this. And the only thing that scares me, though, and I've pointed these out before on the show, and shout out to everybody watching here tonight. Drop a like, drop a share, drop a follow. Again, thank you for tuning in. The Buccaneers, to me, Rashard White is a powerhouse. I love him to death. I just wanted him more to be with another running back. If we were to go out and say get a Dalvin Cook or Ezekiel Elliott to run the type of system that Canales actually wanted to run in Seattle, where he's got a two-headed monster, and he did for a little bit there, but it was a very injured two-headed monster. That's where I can start seeing the Buccaneers making a little bit of a splash. But this is the other thing that keeps getting me, and I brought this up on the NFL edition every single time, or last night, and I bring it up every single time. We went from a quick shift of every single day, someone coming on your ass and making sure that you being held accountable for you not putting up the stats, you not putting up anything. And now we went to a guy that's like, I just hope that we do very good. And Devin White shows up for OTAs. That would be that's the rule of the Buccaneers. That right there for me is just a turnoff.
I get it.
And that's the reason for me.
I get
that
it.
If we were to have a 6-win season, which is where I've seen them, and I kind of meet in the middle at 8, and I can make an argument.
That's where I have it too.
Yeah. And the argument of the NFC South being weak, listen.
It is.
The Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, with the 8th overall pick, took a running back.
Garbage.
And is now going to allow Cordell Patterson to actually be the weapon that he should be.
Cordell Patterson's going to be on the bench.
Cordell Patterson put up almost 200 yards on the Bucs.
Cordero Patterson, if you don't mind me to interject, Cordero Patterson is an extraordinary player, but they have given him that option. When he was drafted and he went to Minnesota, he was not successful because they were trying to use him as a gimmick player. Listen, Cordero Patterson is a oversized slot receiver / running back. He's nothing else other than that, and let him go ahead and return
Elite
kicks.
returner, but
He's
yeah.
still really good. But the one thing we're not addressing when they're talking about the Atlanta Falcons, unproven at quarterback, which I think they're going to be vastly improved. And the biggest thing that's going to be the hampering stop with them, they're going to score 40 points a game just to lose 42-40 because they still, in the past 6 years, have not addressed that defense. And when you're hanging your hat on Grady Jarrett, Andrew, he's older than me.
That's fair. Now, before we continue this, so I want to get to Peter's take on this as well when we're talking about the NFC South, because, I agree with the Atlanta Falcons take, though I'm slightly leaning, as I've said on a few shows as well, I'm leaning with them and the Bears being my Giants pick from last year, where I said I'd be the only person that I think out there that really said the Giants could possibly make the playoffs, and that happened. So
that was a strong pick, bro.
Oh, he just popped out. I think he's going to come right back in. We're going to get him right back in here in a second. But Ray is popping around in the back, so he will be here. So before we get him in here, Peter, what about the NFC South? Do you really not scared of the Saints getting Derek Carr? Not scared of this, the new Kyler Murray 2.0 sitting for the Carolina Panthers and throwing?
You mean 2.5?
2.5.
Right. Well, and I tell you right now, the reason why Bryce Young is, there's big time question marks about his size, and rookie quarterbacks usually do not translate over to a team right away. So it's going to take him some time to not only learn this offense, but have that transition over to an NFL roster. And then on top of it, can he stay healthy? Yeah, I like Derek Carr a lot, but Harry contends that he thinks that he has a dead arm, and he may have a dead arm.
I did a lot of work on him last year, and I don't know if anybody noticed this, but when he's rolling to his right, or even when he's rolling to his left, if he's throwing the ball to the left, over 2/3 of his passes past 10 yards have bounced into the turf. There's something going on with the shoulder. It's not the same, and there's a reason why the Jets didn't sign him. There's a reason why he didn't command those big bucks. New Orleans, it'll be surprising. New Orleans will be very surprising if they go 500. Oh, there's Kyler Murray. I thought.
Well, and I tell you right now, you have Derek Carr. You also have Alvin Kamara. He's going to miss some time. They pick up Jamal Williams, who I know Alex would know from the Lions, who had a great year last year. They decided to let him go from Montgomery. So we'll see if that's, an upgrade. Of course, they're going to miss Kamara, but they still have that defense. They have Cam Jordan still running his mouth about the Bucs. Seems like he's real salty with losing that year in the playoffs in 2020. Of course, this Buccaneer defense not getting necessarily the credit that they should have by retiring a Drew Brees, and he seems like he's hurt, saying the Bucs are, about to go back to last place. I still think this team can definitely compete with the Saints. I think they can win this division on the strength of not only their offense and the running game taking the pressure off the quarterback, but on top of it, that defense being back and being better, because some of the guys that they drafted in the NFL, their thing was big board, Mr. Andrew Fulbear there, is to get bigger and also to get faster and get younger. And that's exactly what they did in this draft. So I think it's going to help that defense out and get that pass rush up to help that back end out.
Now, I don't like the fact that I brought you guys in here to try and help me with the whole tank for May 2024. So I'm going to try and bring on one more reinforcement here.
Okay.
This guy.
If it's Ray Kennedy, they're going undefeated. But go ahead, bring him in.
What are you talking about? We don't have Ryan Suckup. And speaking of Ryan Suckup, the one and only person that really was the biggest Ryan Suckup fan, and wherever he goes, someone get this guy a signed jersey of Ryan Suckup. The one and only host of the Cup of Ray, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray. How the fuck is it going, buddy?
What's up, brothers? I'm good. And what's wrong? You make having fun thoughts about Ryan Suckup sound like a bad thing, Andrew.
He begs for all the legs.
Oh, I do, don't I?
Beg for the leg. I remember it so well. Okay, so let me ask you a couple questions here, Ray. I'm on the opposite side of, obviously, Alex and Peter and the Greek here on just the Buccaneers this season. I have them going under 500 right now anyway, and I want them to tank for May. And if anybody here and Greek, go and watch Drake May from North Carolina. My goodness gracious. If you fell in love with Caleb Williams for anything he did, you're going to absolutely love this kid. He'll be the second overall pick right behind him. If not, somebody's going to love him more. But
Ray, tell them how many games you think the Bucs are going to win.
tell
this
me,
year.
Ray, how many wins for the Bucs? Are you on my side, or do you really think they're going undefeated here? What do you think?
No, minimum of 9. I can see 10, 11 if they get a few breaks. It's still a first place schedule and an improving NFC South. But no, going for a top quarterback in the top of the draft would just take me right back to 2015 with Lovie Smith and Jameis Winston. And I've already been there and done that. I'm ready to keep moving forward, onward and upward.
Okay, that's fair. And I did bring up earlier the whole Todd Bowles situation. Mm-hmm. I don't like the fact that we went from the guy that's on you all day. I'm not going to say the same thing. So I already got a message. Someone be like, "Did you really say that earlier? Come on, Andrew, you're going to have to clip that." Bruce Arians was on his guys all the time and made sure that they were held accountable, including Tom Brady. And I just don't feel as though that's happening with this organization under Todd Bowles. That's just personally me. Do you think Todd Bowles is the right candidate and obviously the right coach to guide this team going, to next year?
Yeah, because the culture was made by Jason Light. He's the guy that was doing cannonballs in the pool after victories before Bruce Arians even gets here. He's the guy that's been putting this team together going back to his first ever draft pick in 2014, Mike Evans. It's in Light we trust. This is a team now. I will admit, Andrew, you get a coach like Bruce Arians that comes out of there and you are worried about a vacuum or loss of, especially if it would have been like last year when it was the first year, which it wasn't. But this year, defensive-minded, a Todd Bowles with a team that's built in Jason Light's Jason Light's image, I think is exactly what you ordered, especially for the NFC South. Dirty South, baby. We're ready.
Well, and I tell you right now, I think this goes back to Todd Bowles' image, right? I mean, gentlemen, he finally has his offensive coordinator in Dave Canales. He changed some defensive coaches on this team. He changed some offensive coaches. So now this is going to be on Todd Bowles. So let's be fair about it. It was BA's coaching staff last year, and it didn't work out. And they most likely should have replaced Byron Leftwich, but they had nobody to replace him with. So now this is all on Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles has his coaching staff now. He has his offensive coordinator. He has his style of play. Let's see how it works out.
Let me be very clear when I say this. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that this Canales is Todd Bowles' guy, okay? Because after the 130th interview, because nobody wanted to come to Tampa Bay because of what was going on, they stepped in some shit and they got themselves a really good offensive coordinator because they are finally going to be able to run the football and they're going to be able to play defense. And believe it or not, they have 2 very serviceable quarterbacks that are very capable. Let me tell you something. I can name 28 quarterbacks in the National Football League that was shit nickels to have the wide receiver core that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have. Okay. And you just now have Kyle Trask and you have Baker Mayfield, who, by the way, 6 months ago I said was probably going to be coming to Tampa Bay. But let's not get really overjoyed because Canales is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Okay, because there was about 12 other OCs that would have rather had Tampa.
I am going to get overjoyed about it because I go back into the annals of Tampa Bay Buccaneer history. A lot of fans out there wanted Steve Spurrier. He left the Bucs.
Nobody know who David Canales was.
Hold on. A lot of people wanted Jimmy Johnson. He left them at the altar. Bill Parcells left them at the altar. They got Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy was the 3rd choice that year when they went for Johnson and Spurrier, and he
not mine. He wasn't mine, brother.
Well, he turned out pretty well. That's the
point of
everything. 28 years old. Hold on. Dave Canales is 28 years old. He's coached under Pete Carroll. He's been a wide receiving coach. You look at the weapons with the Seattle Seahawks, very similar to what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have. So I'm very excited about it.
I'm glad you're excited, but what I'm saying is nobody knew who this guy was, including you.
Nobody knew who Tony Dungy was. And
nobody knows. Hey,
he's successful with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's what I'm saying. They stepped in some dog doo-doo, and they got themselves a good OC.
They didn't go for the big name like all the fans wanted them to do. They did their due diligence. They got the guy that had perfect synergy with Todd Bowles that was going
And,
to.
hey, this is the way it's supposed to go, though, guys. It's Todd Bowles' team. It's Todd Bowles' defensive-minded
Amen.
team, and Todd Bowles is supposed to say, "Look, I don't need a big OC. I don't want a big name. I want a guy that's going to come in here and build an offense to adhere to my defense." And I think that's what we're going to get. And the best part about it is because the Buccaneers have such a lockdown defense, we'll force other
That I
teams'
agree with.
offenses to play into our hands, right? So
I'm excited to see what
Yes.
this season brings in the National Football League, especially what's going to happen with Tampa. I'm super excited.
I'm actually now. I wanted to give a shout out because we had
You
Alex
excited?
and Harry
I'm
obviously
excited. Are you
on here.
excited?
The
What's
Lions
I'm
fan,
excited.
the Bears fan, and I do think the Bears are going to be a playoff team as of right now. That's
The Bears
just
are going to
personally.
shock some people this
I
year.
do think so.
I think
Badly.
they're what the Lions were last year. I think they're a very good team. They're going to fall just outside.
I hate to tell you this, Alex. They're beyond what the Lions were last year. The Chicago Bears have the best quarterback in that division, and I'm not even a Justin Fields fan. Let me be very clear about that.
I gotta see Fields this year before I give him that.
You're gonna see a lot of them this year. Oh Lord!
Believe me, I love Justin Fields, and I am not excited to play him twice. But I just gotta see him.
Anti-rainbow friends of the world.
Yeah.
What's the M mean?
I don't know.
Who is this?
I don't know, but they spammed it, and I'm all for it because all
That's
the
your
comments.
future. That's your future wife, there, Pete.
I don't think
Saints took a chance.
What's
and
his
followed
name?
Back with a bump quarterback. The Great Wall of Tampa is one of the largest, fastest O-lines in the league. You're damn right.
Misador.
Now,
yes.
what we're going to do, since I have everybody here and I have the time, I'm going to cut our conversation short just so we can do something that I have prepared for us behind us. But before I do that, I'm obviously going to pay the bills. I'm going to let everybody get set up. And we know the tradition here at Jeopardy since Mr. Alex Trebek passed away. I wear a suit every single time. So when we do Jeopardy, I will be in a suit, and that's how you know Jeopardy is basically starting. We'll go over the rules. Want to give a shout out to all the people tuning in here. Thank you. If this is the first time you've ever checked out NSD, check out the links that are on the main page there. We got the YouTube page. We got the YouTube link. We got the Facebook links. Check them all out. Go give us a like. Go give us a follow if you like what you see. I was also going to say this because I gotta clip this. This is a video that I'm actually starting to clip. I'm starting to do these now, Alex. I'm doing my job. Anyways, Chris and Sid somewhere, and Alex, and Kyle, are all somewhere respectively watching this right now and laughing their asses off. Be like, the Buccaneers aren't winning more than 2 fucking games, man.
You had them worse than any of us.
I did. 0-17 tank for me. Let's go.
By the way, Loosemore, it's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, you too, man.
Hell yeah. It's good to
I'm
have
going
Ray.
to ask you, Andrew. Now, 'cause I'm the godfather of streaming, like you said. You introed me when I came in. Why do you think the Bucs are going to be tanking this year? Go ahead and give your points.
Okay, so first of all, the one thing that I said on Alex, if I'm not wrong, it was on the NFL edition where I talked about the Bucs ownership there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I made a comment about the Buccaneers ownership first of all, and I said I would like the Buccaneers to be sold to a different ownership. Because
I agree.
I like the Glazers. I've loved what the Glazers have done by bringing us teams, or championship teams, respectively. They take the risks, but that's what you do in a business. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers now, and the culture that has been created by the fans and the city and everything like that, the Champa Bay and all that kind of stuff, is now time for the Glazers to really just either go and do the NBA expansion, like there's been rumors that they're talking about with the Seattle thing there, or even possibly bringing a team to Tampa, which would be kind of cool if they go to 36. But the Glazers could also just deal with the issues they got at Man U. And I want them to start dealing with that. That also being said goes into what happens in-house. You have half of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster wanting to get paid. And you got half of the roster who are there for the team. And it's almost a split divide, in my opinion. And you can start picking out some of the guys who are there for the team. Tristan Wirfs, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. And you can tell some of these guys who are there for
they got paid, though, in all fairness. Godwin got paid. Evans got paid.
And Devin White's the only guy you can actually name, Andrew. And that's actually a stretch because I know Devin wants to get his name out there. Go a fifth year, Bucs pick up the option. But let's be honest, that guy still has done nothing to date to say that he doesn't got one of the biggest hearts. And we think he still does here.
That is true. I was going to say Devin White, yes, on the other side. The other couple people I was going to start putting up there is just your younger guys, like your Joe Tryon, your Logan Hall. Sorry, I keep saying Cameron Hall. Logan Hall. Those are the guys who are just in there for the paychecks, in my opinion, and not for the culture. Because Logan Hall was someone the Buccaneers were high up on, and we haven't really heard much.
Here's a hot take for you.
I really hope someone takes a snip from this show. And Ray, just mark it down. 31 minutes and 31 minutes. We want to clip this part of this show because that was a great tape.
Well, I will tell you this. To be fair to the Glazers, I think the Glazers are great owners because they have gone for it. Unlike, some owners in this town, and you can say whatever you want to, but I think the Glazers have learned from their mistakes in the past with giving the proper football people like a Jason Light and their administration on how to not only, structure this cap, but also what players to sign. So I think the Glazers have done a great job.
Here's your hot take, though.
They did everything they could.
Yes.
Brady era to bring him back to go.
Brady fell on them, though. Brady fell on them.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think Brady fell on them. It was the fact that they offered the resources to Jason Light.
Wanted.
Jason Light built a great enough team for Brady to consider it, and that's why. Everybody just needs to stop about, Bucs got lucky with Brady. No, Jason Light and the Glazers built this team up as a Super Bowl contender. That's why Brady chose them. They were only one player away with Brady. So I say the Glazers are great owners.
But I want to
go ahead, Ray.
I want to work it back to Joe Tryon Shoyinka. Here's your hot take for tonight, Harry, and I'll soundbite this one out as well. Double-digit sacks this year. Joe Tryon Shoyinka.
Ooh, I'm hoping
you heard it here. If Shaq Barrett's healthy on the left side, Joe Tryon's going to get so off with the pressure up the middle. Tryon's going to be sweeping the porch and cleaning up the biscuits. Double sacks for the guy, Joe Tryon Shoyinka, the Washington Husky in 2023.
He's got to finish. He's got to learn how to finish. And I tell you right now, they're definitely going to push him because
that's a take. It's wrong.
You're talking
not you, Peter. The comment there.
You're talking about Logan Hall. You have that out there. He didn't do well. Again, he didn't translate to the NFL level. He needs to get stronger at the point of attack. He needs to put some more weight on, and you can do that with eating and also in the weight room. And then you draft Kalijah Kancey out of Pittsburgh. They like his versatility. And you got Yaya Diaby.
That, my friend, right there is going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yaya. I'll tell you right now.
Kalijah Kancey. He will be the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Now,
before who the Bucs are going to definitely try to build around, and you talk about players, not only Tristan Wirfs who you're going to pay, but Antoine Winfield Jr. That's a guy that you definitely have to pay because he's proven. That's the reason why Devin White is not going to get paid unless he proves himself, unless he gets more consistent.
Now, to continue off of this in a bit here, I wanted to get to a couple of comments because, Troy, I know you're at Peter's show all the time, and I know that you –
not anymore, he's not.
Me and you don't necessarily see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. But listen, because you're in here, in Canada, we support the Patriots, mate. Champa Bay is a team or wankers. Comment of the night right now, buddy. I'm giving that to you. Shared, thank you very much. Brady can't follow. He'll break hip.
May I interject and tell you that Troy is wankerless?
No. Eric Harness says Jason Light was one drafted Tom Brady.
No, he didn't draft Tom Brady. He picked him up in free agency.
But Jason Light was in the room in New England when Brady was selected back in 2000. Okay,
that's what I thought he was implying.
He was a scout.
Yeah.
If there were any players, why did it bring Gronk, AB, and others? Also true. We'll get to that in a bit because what I want to do is I want to pay the bills here in a second, which, by the way, we also hit 10 likes on the show. So automatically, we all know the rules here at Dynasty. It's a giveaway show.
Do we have to flash and moon everybody?
Nope. It's
I thought we were clothes off.
No.
Is that what we're doing, Ray?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before this gets out of hand, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back for Jeopardy, ladies
Come on, Ray.
All right, so we're back in about 2 minutes time here while we pay the bills and give a shout out to some of the shows that we got here at NSD. Back in 2 minutes. Pittsburgh Steelers, number 75.
Who is Mr. Mean Joe Green?
Try me again, motherfucker.
Kelly is correct.
Yeah,
Go.
who's Champ Bailey?
That's a double Jeopardy right there, ladies and gentlemen. Double Jeopardy.
What is a superflex?
Superflex is correct.
Yeah.
Out of kid, Kyle.
Oh.
I will take owners for 500, please.
Yeah.
I need to get out of here. Fuck.
Holy crap! I have the most passing yards in a Super Bowl. Connor McDavid, that is incorrect.
You son of a bitch.
Chris. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
No, you gotta be kidding. Hit so hard and it's Ed Reed, not Ray Lewis. Are we kidding me here?
Well, I'm fucked.
Alex.
Well, I'm fucked.
That's
Break it down now. 201 points.
you son of a bitch.
All of it. All of it or no balls.
You son of a bitch. Need to wait till the question was done.
You know what? You
The
know what?
fuck is this?
I'm just glad I did the math right and I didn't lose by a point.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
So I'll put you down to. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to North Sports Dynasty. I am 1/5 of your host, Andrew Faubert, and this show, as always, is indubitably, undoubtedly, unidentifiably, and always will be in my motherfucking basement. Now, we tonight here are sponsored by ZAGNIF Apparel, as always, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you go check them out. ZAGNIF Apparel, use the code word FOODS15, get 15% off selected items, including shoes, shirts, like this freaking thing right here, which is really nice. Again,
I want one.
I know.
Yeah, baby.
Go check out the site. Use the code word FOODS15 to get 15% off. All of the NSD shows are sponsored by this, so you can also go check them out on those, and including the NFL edition as well. So what we have here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, of course, is Jeopardy. Oh, the mic is perfect. It is hiding Final Jeopardy right now, so that is perfect. We have 4 contestants tonight, and they are all here to play with you guys. Pause. Anyways, let's introduce our contestants one by one. Restoring the Roar's very own and last week's. Wait, you're the winner last time, aren't you?
Yeah, I am the interim champion until
No, you go last.
Chris gets back.
You go last. You go last. You have to go last. First things first, Mr. Ray Kennedy on the beach. Thank you for being here tonight and playing Jeopardy.
I got nothing.
We also got Mr. Peter Blake.
What's going on, guys?
We also got Harry the Greek.
What was that?
And we also got last Jeopardy's episode winner and intern champion, technically, Mr. Alex Loosemore.
And I'd be back-to-back winner if it wasn't for fucking Autogram.
Autogram.
Still
Autogram.
not
That
over that
fucker does it every time.
I know, damn autogram.
Okay, that was at 40.
I had a time for every autogram.
I oughta had a gram, you know.
40 auto one.
All right. The rules are, as we know, first things first, gentlemen, what I need you to do is your screen there. I need you to go to the side and basically, like, you know, stop your cam, kind of do that. You know what I mean? Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
I just need to see that everybody can do it.
I don't. You gonna tell us what the categories are?
Oh, yes, we are. Okay, so now that everybody can do it, everybody go back to live. When you want to answer the question, you are going to click that. All right?
Okay.
That is how I know that you want to answer. When I see who goes first, Alex is also really good at saying who goes first. He never lies. We hope. And we'll get you to
You can
answer.
go back and watch the tape. I haven't lied.
I know. That is how you will answer. So you'll go live and then click out this, that, and everything else. Exactly. If you want to answer, if you get it correct, you get the points. If you answer incorrectly, the points will be taken away from you. There are 2 double jeopardies on this board at random. The categories tonight are as follows. We have Super Bowl winners. I will tell you a Super Bowl, and you will have to tell me the winner. I have retired numbers. I will tell you a team and a team and a number, and you have to tell me what player that is. I have college logos. A college logo will appear on the screen, and you have to tell me the school and what animal person thing afterwards there. You know what I'm talking about. We got all the homes. I will tell you a team and the years, and you have to tell me what stadium they were in. I have the Bucs. We'll have a little history on the Bucs, so there's just questions about the Bucs in there. And then, of course, everybody's favorite NFL Hall of Famers. And then we will have the final Jeopardy at the end for our winner. Alex?
You're missing one. You're missing one category.
What?
I don't see the part where it says Peter got late for a 500.
Hey!
I'll take Peter got late for 500, please.
This fictitious novel.
This.
Wow. I usually do winner first, but we're going to let one of the guests go, and we're going to do the last guest that came in. So, Mr. Tampa Bay Ray, you get to choose the category first.
Buccaneers for whatever the lowest is.
100.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I was the first head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is Ray Kennedy.
John McKay.
Answer it in the form of a question. Sorry, please.
Who is John McKay?
That is correct for 100.
Sorry, Pete. Let's go ahead. Straight up. Stay same category. One more up, please.
200. I was the first owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is Harry.
Hugh Culverhouse. Who is Hugh Culverhouse?
Hugh Culverhouse is correct.
Dang it.
Now,
Harry was first.
Before I continue on, the other thing I should state is if at any point in time I am saying the question and I see the thing go off, I stop the question right there and you will have a chance to answer. And then if you get it wrong, I continue the rest of the sentence and stuff.
Oh, I like that. Go for
Just
it.
to let everybody to know. That's Harry. Go ahead.
We'll take the Bucs for 500.
Bucs for 500. This was the team the Buccaneers beat to get their first ever win. That is Mr. Peter Blake.
Who are the New Orleans Saints?
Dang it.
Correct.
Ah.
You're welcome, Pete.
Go ahead, Peter.
Bucs for 400.
Bucs for 400. How did I know that this category was going to be?
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, let's get it out of the way.
That was a joke.
Okay, I was like, do you want to go ahead?
You didn't start reading it yet. So.
I was the first ever opponent of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ray.
Oh God, preseason or regular season?
Regular season.
It was the AFC West, the Oakland Raiders.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
Anybody else?
Wait a minute.
No,
I got to think
fucking
about this
Jets.
for a second.
Oh, it was. I know who it was.
2,
Who
1.
is? Who was?
Go ahead, Ray.
Who was the Kansas City Chiefs?
No, who is actually the Houston Oilers?
Wow.
Man, okay,
All right,
my
I
bad.
didn't know that.
Peter Blake, you're up again.
All right, Bucks for 300. Andrew.
Bucks for 300. Let's finish it off here. I was the first quarterback to start for the Ray.
You better not be saying Gary Huff.
No. Peter, that was you
Really?
next. Yeah, go ahead.
Who is Steve Spurrier?
Steve Spurrier is correct.
I already knew that.
You sure it wasn't Parnell Dickerson?
Nope. It was Mr. Steve Spurrier.
Let's not get to the yo mama jokes, okay?
All right, Peter. The rest of the board is now yours since the Bucks are gone.
All right, let's go Super Bowl winners for 100.
Super Bowl winners for 100. Super Bowl 7.
My thing's not working.
Oh, is it not, Harry? There
Now
you
it is.
go. Okay, go ahead, Harry.
Oh my God, who was Super Bowl 7? That was that was Miami and Washington.
That is correct. We're just looking for the winners, but who is the Miami Dolphins is correct. Go ahead.
Dang, Harry.
Yeah, 14-7.
Quite impressive.
14-7 or 13-7. That was an undefeated year. 72.
14-7. Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead, Harry.
Let's take Super Bowl winners for the max amount.
500. Super Bowl 5.
That was the Orange Bowl. That was Baltimore and Dallas, and
Oh,
I
no,
believe
that goes-
Baltimore won. Who was
There we-
Baltimore?
That is correct.
Wow. Good
Wow.
5.
Peter. He looks more like Rain Man than you usually do, Pete.
Harry and Peter are now tied. Harry, pick again.
Let's go. What's that one on the right? NFL. What is that?
That's the
Hall
Hall
of
of
Famers.
Famers.
Let's go NFL Hall of Famers for 300.
Oh.
NFL
Right
Hall of
in the
Famers
middle.
for 300. 12-year career, all with one team. 3 Super Bowls is the reason I was given the nickname Playmaker. Peter.
Who is Michael Irvin?
That is
Michael
correct.
Irvin. God,
I was just about to hit the button too. Shit.
I forgot Alex was even in this, man. Where you been, Loose Mark? Come on, get up. Let's go.
Every time I've been like just about to hit, somebody gets it right in front of me.
NFL,
That's what she said.
all right, Andrew, NFL Hall of Famers for 500.
For 500 NFL Hall of Famers. No one would ever. Ray.
Oh,
Wait, no, I didn't mean to.
That's okay. That's okay.
I didn't.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Make him answer.
No.
Good answer.
Okay, you know what?
No.
No, man,
no.
stop,
No.
Pete.
Terry Bradshaw.
No. Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
No one would ever believe I was a feared defensive end by the way you saw me on TV. Whole career with one team. Alex.
Who's Michael Strahan?
No.
Can you finish the question?
Not Harry's.
Harry, go ahead.
Who is Mean Joe Green?
No.
Ooh.
Finish the question, please.
Yeah,
That's
one
why.
second.
Here we go. Just you and me, Pete. Let's get this.
Whole career with one team and went to Villanova.
Villanova. So you play basketball?
Peter.
Who is Howie Long?
Howie Long is correct.
Oh. You
Go
suck.
ahead, Peter.
All right, NFL Hall of Famers for 400, Andrew.
There we go. One-time champ. Are
He didn't
Ray?
mean to do that.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Ray.
you did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Rondé Barber.
No.
Come on. One-time champ. He won it in 2000. Come on. He's
There
going
you
in. He's
go.
going in, though. Rondé's going in, right? In another
One-time
month.
champ, one-time MVP, and helped the Raiders to win their first title. Nicknamed the Snake.
Who is
Oh.
Kenny
Alex.
Stabler? Ah, God bless it. I
Yeah,
didn't
who
hit
is
the
Lee
thing.
Stabler?
Yeah, Ken Stabler is correct, Alex.
And where did you go to
Man.
school at, guys? Alabama, right where Joe
That's
Namath
right.
went to school.
Well, speaking of college, I'm going to pull them into the
Alabama.
deep end. Let's do college logos. For
Oh,
them.
yeah. There you go.
Let's
So this is,
Ooh.
hold on. This is
Oh.
Alex's, this is
This is
Alex's
his
baby.
thing, yeah.
So
This
Alex is going college logos for 100. Alex, or sorry, to everybody out there, not just Alex, my apologies. Give me a second because I have to unhide them from Alex just in case he went snooping.
I
All right.
did
He has to hide him.
Name this team. Alex.
UCF.
Who is the Army Golden Knights?
No.
Or Army Knights, sorry.
No.
UCF. University
Go
of
ahead.
Florida Knights.
Nope. Go ahead, Ray. Sorry. Go ahead.
Can we see the thing again?
Yeah, I'm out.
Who are the Michigan State Spartans?
No.
Oh God, I have no idea.
Peter, you want to take a chance? It's time out. It is the Army Black Knights.
Black Knights.
It kind of looks like the cosplay that
So,
Potato.
Peter uses on a date.
If I didn't do it for Alex and everybody
Unshield
else,
by sheath.
Shield by sheath.
He's good, and Harry just needs to be nice.
Peter,
All right, Alex.
we're far
All right,
out
we'll go
now.
200.
Okay, Alex 200. All right, everybody, name this college team.
Oh.
Alex.
I'm in. Who are the Ohio Bobcats?
That is correct.
Very nice.
Oh, I was going to say Cincinnati Bearcats, but no.
Go ahead, Alex.
Not even
Let's do
close.
300.
Alex for 300. All right,
A lot of
everybody.
cats.
Name this college team. Peter.
Who are the Hawaii?
Oh, I'll give it to you because it was right at the end. It was why the Warriors is correct.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right, Peter, you choose.
Let's go ahead and do college logos for 400, Andrew.
College logos for 400. All right, everybody, name this college team.
I'm in.
Alex.
Who are the Akron Zips?
That is correct.
Damn it.
Ooh, I'm seeing Ohio slant here.
All right, Alex, go ahead.
Let's finish it off.
All right, for 500, name the full name for the. Oh, I was going to didn't even put it up. Go ahead, Rick.
Who are the Florida Gators? No.
No.
Go ahead, guys.
Name the team.
I don't know.
I'm out. ASU Tigers.
This is the Adams State University Grizzlies.
Who?
Adams State University Grizzlies. Exactly.
They did 2 or Div 3. I think they're Div 3.
Playoffs.
The nerds about that? What is that? Or was that Adams? That was Adams.
Alex, it's your choice.
Let's go Hall of Famers 200.
I mean, I would have been more comfortable before you read that. I would have been a little bit more comfortable talking about like old, like old
Wrestling?
Indian type of tribes, and things. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Easy, DeSantis.
For 200 here, known for many INTs, but also known for leading the NFL in touchdowns. Once dubbed the greatest gunslinger of all time, had one. Alex.
Nice. Who's Brett Favre?
Brett Favre is correct.
Nice, Alex. Yes.
Way to go,
Gunslinger
Alex.
and interceptions out the wide. Hey guys, Andrew, before you move on, great. I was listening tonight to the podcast. Rich Eisen was on with Pardon My Take, and he was talking about the comparisons between when Brett Favre goes to the New York Jets as opposed to in 2023 now with Aaron Rodgers going to New York Jets and the differences. So I just thought about there with Aaron Rodgers. We'll have to get in that one night, guys.
Hells yeah, dude.
I mean,
Alex.
we couldn't do like professional football teams' old logos, but that's okay.
Let's finish off Hall of Famers here.
Hall of Famers for 100
Here we go.
here. Standing on a logo, sit-ups in my driveway, and cry.
It was me.
Ray.
I had it.
That's Ray. That's Ray.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens, baby.
Terrell Owens is
It's
Yes,
who is
T.O.
Terrell Owens?
No,
Who is T.O.?
Who is T.O.? You got to
Shush.
deduct
Okay, my bad.
No, Ray's already minus 1,000. I can't do that.
Yeah, it doesn't get much worse.
Ray.
Another beer, please.
Ray, it is your pick.
What are my 2 categories that are untouched so far, Andrew?
You got Super Bowl winners, retired numbers, and old homes.
Let's do retired numbers for 100, please.
Retired numbers for 100. Chicago Bears, number 40. Harry the Green.
My God, number 40. It just. Wait a minute. What?
Time out. Sorry, time out.
Oh my Lord! I know who it is. It's at the tip of my nose, my tongue.
Who is Gail Sayers?
That is
Yes.
Yes.
Well, wait, let's not get past the obvious news here. Harry just lost his Bears card. Harry just lost his Bears card.
Yeah, and I was sitting there. I could think of the nickname. I couldn't think of the actual name.
At
That's what
least,
got me.
Ray, I still have my man card.
This is true.
Okay, now before we're about just over halfway through, just to recount for all of our fans out there, because I see a lot of people commenting. And again, thank you all for tuning in. I see all the comments out there. Sorry I can't get to all of you right now. I'm kind of, doing
That's what she said.
multiple things right now. I mean, hey, you You know, come on. Okay, so we got right now. Harry has 100 points. Ray has minus 1,000. Alex is sitting in second with 600, and Peter right now is running away with it with 2,000. It is still.
Good shit, Peter.
It's rigged.
It is Peter's pick. Go ahead.
All right, let's go ahead and do retired numbers for 200, Andrew.
Retired numbers for 200. Green Bay Packers, number 15. Ray.
That was right.
Bart Starr.
Very good.
Who is Bart Starr? But yes.
Who is Bart Starr?
You're
God
good.
bless.
You're good. You're good.
Who
Stop
is?
it.
Who is?
Bart Starr.
Do it right.
Go ahead, Ray.
Hey, hold on.
Let's go right to the. Give me the big one, and that same category. Yeah, the $500 one. There we go.
500 for retired numbers. Jacksonville Jaguars, number 71. Oh, Ray.
Offensive lineman, Hall of Famer, and hold on a minute, it's coming to me. It's coming
Timeout.
to me.
I'm taking-
Alex.
Who is
Go
Tony
ahead.
Vaselli?
Tony
Dang it.
Vaselli is correct.
Oh my
Nice
God.
job, Alex.
See too. Come on.
I was going to
As
say,
soon
who's
as you
Bandit's
said Jaguars, I was
cornhole?
like, there's
There
not
it is.
many.
There you go.
Go ahead, Alex.
Let's do Old Homes for 100.
Old Homes
Who?
for 100.
Old Holmes.
Home of the San Francisco 49ers from 1971 to 23. Ray.
Candlestick Park.
That
What
is
is
correct.
where is Candlestick
Oh,
Park?
you got
That is
him.
correct.
Damn it.
I'll give it
Where
to you.
is Candlestick Park?
Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
Who is?
Same 200, please.
You got it. Home of the Vikings from 82 to 2014. Ray.
Where is the Metrodome?
That is correct. The Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome is correct.
Yes, sir. Hubert Humphrey, great, good politician.
Go ahead, Ray.
Progressive. Same thing, 300, please.
Same thing, 300. Home of the Patriots from 71 to 2001. Ray.
Foxborough Stadium.
What is Foxborough Stadium?
What is
correct.
Foxborough Stadium?
Ray is coming back here.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Let's take it. Let's take it right to the top. Yeah, here we go. 400.
400. Okay, 400. Home of the St. Louis Rams from 1995 to 2015.
Oh,
Ray.
the Bucs lost to him in '98. It was the USA Metro. No, hold on a minute. Oh God, I don't know it. Alex.
Timeout. Nobody else?
I
What
know it.
is the dome at America's Center?
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we all knew that, right?
Ray.
Oh yeah, that one.
Ray, it is up to you again.
400, please, or 500, Andrew, please. Let's do it.
That is the double jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We got the double jeopardy right there.
All right.
Oh, we still have one left over there.
Yeah.
How much can
Ray,
I wager, Andrew? I want to
you
do the
can
whole
wager anywhere between 500 and 1,000.
1,000. Let's do this.
Okay, so you have 5 seconds. Home of
Wow.
the Arizona Cardinals from 1988 to 2005.
That would have been the Arizona State University Stadium. Where is
What is the Sun Devil Stadium? Is
Sun Devil
correct.
Stadium? Yes.
Ray
Woo!
is literally minus 100 points now, only 200 away from Harry for third place. Ray, let's keep going.
Let's take me to the yellow 400, whatever that one is.
You got her. Retired numbers for 400. Seattle Seahawks, number 80. Ray.
Yeah.
Who is Steve Largent?
Steve Largent is correct, and Ray is
Hey,
back in.
Steve Largent, yeah. Steve Largent drafted when the Bucs drafted Leroy Selman first overall in '76, and they take Steve Largent. Of course, he goes out to Seattle, right, Pete?
Yep, out of Oklahoma.
Ray is currently
Out of
sitting
Oklahoma.
in third, and he gets to pick one of the last four. Go ahead, Ray.
The purple, the green, all the way to the bottom, whatever that is, or the left one. Yeah. Yes.
Retired numbers. Indianapolis Colts, number 19. Alex.
Who is Johnny Unitas?
Johnny Unitas.
Oh my God.
You.
Yeah,
How did I
they're
not?
Baltimore. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just like this. Yeah, there's.
It was a
All
trick
right,
question.
Let's go 200.
200. Super Bowl winners. Super Bowl 16.
My thing's not working.
Okay, go ahead, Harry.
That was San Francisco and Cincinnati. San Francisco won, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct,
Very
Harry.
good. Very good.
Does he get the answers written in his underwear? What's going on over there?
Oh, I got my answers all over. My clicker's not working, guys.
300 or 400?
Let's take it for 400, please.
Should Harry just use like his name as his buzzer then?
Super Bowl 25.
Harry Peter.
God, what is
Peter.
America?
Who
Peter.
are
Super Bowl
the New York-
25
who
was in
No,
Tampa.
no,
The New York Giants
no,
of
whoa,
Buffalo.
whoa,
New
whoa,
York
whoa,
Giants
whoa,
won it.
Peter-
Who was the New
Peter
York
got it.
Giants?
Peter got it.
Peter got
already.
in.
Yeah,
Peter got in.
and I heard
It
Yeah,
was
I heard.
the Giants versus the Buffalo Bills at Tampa Stadium with Scott Norwood missing 43 yards.
Wide
You're
right.
on board. Peter, the last one is to you, and that is the last double Jeopardy.
Oh
Nice.
man.
Nice.
You can
Risk,
literally
Peter, you got any balls? You risk it all.
from
No.
anywhere between 300 and 2,400, my friend.
He's
I'll
too
just
smart
go.
to
I'll
do
just
that.
go 500.
500
Nice.
points to you. Super Bowl 11.
I know this answer.
Who are the Chicago Bears?
That is incorrect.
I know the answer.
Go ahead, Eric.
Who are the Oakland Raiders?
That is correct, but I can't give you the points because it was double Jeopardy. So the
Right.
500 points comes away from.
But hey, here's one. Oakland Raiders, right? Super Bowl 11.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't blurt it out. Does anybody know who was the MVP of that game?
Well, Super Bowl 11 for the Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Who was that?
I'm gonna take a guess and say it was Jack Bolitnikoff.
No,
I could be
no,
wrong.
no, it wasn't. Well, it wasn't Jack because his brother is Fred, who
That's
played.
the. If I'm not
Fred
mistaken,
Bolitnikoff.
Oakland beat the brakes off of
Oakland-
Minnesota in that game.
Oakland. It wasn't Marcus Allen, was it? Not against
No.
Philly.
That's way before
That-
Marcus.
That's
Yeah,
way
that
too
was-
early.
Gentlemen, before we're done here, we still have one final last question.
Oh.
So here's what we're going to do. This is the final Jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen. This is what
Final
happens.
Jeopardy.
We have a tie right now for third with Ray and Harry at 300 points. Alex has 1,400 points and Peter has 1,900 points. You are only allowed to bid
What you
the
got?
maximum of points that you have. Okay. Now, this is what we do here at Double Jeopardy since people don't have to see everyone's answer and stuff like that. You are going to message me on Facebook if you have the ability. If you don't, that's okay. You can put it into the private chat here, whatever we need to do. You will message me what your answer is and how much your bid is. Everybody got that?
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here is the final question.
Wait, though, Andrew, we're
Go ahead.
supposed to tell you how much first we want to wager before you ask the question.
Yeah, technically, if it's full Jeopardy, you would give us what the topic is. We wager, send you the wagers, and then you give us.
Then
the
you
clue.
ask the question. So I'm sending you how much I'm wagering so I can beat the brakes off of Harry.
I usually
That's-
I do it opposite way where it's you listen to the question first and then you answer. And
I like that better. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
so Ray, if you want to change, you can.
Stop.
That's not the official.
You're
Jeopardy
such a
way.
puss.
Now,
You know, Alex
here's-
Trebek just turned over somewhere. He went like this. What the hell's going on here?
He's calling me out on it too. Shit, now I don't know. this tonight is your final Jeopardy. College logos.
College logos.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your final Jeopardy, name me the full university, college, whatever, and its mascot. So obviously, like the Ohio State Buckeyes. You know what I mean? It's not going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You really had to use that example.
I did.
just for you, Alex. Michigan. True and
All right,
blue.
ladies and gentlemen, tonight's final Jeopardy is this. You have 30 seconds. Start now. Break it down now. Fuck, it is hot here in Canada. We are
Global warming, baby. There you go.
Final Jeopardy it is. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to Ray. Ray says, "What is the bare naked ladies?" That is incorrect.
But I spelled it bear. BEAR naked,
That's true.
ladies.
You lose nothing because you bid
Because I
nothing.
wagered nothing. Thank
That
you.
is correct.
Hmm.
So now I need to go to Harry.
Harry didn't answer shit.
Okay.
How much did Harry wager?
Harry.
0.
You see, that's why you got to bet first, because Harry would have wagered $1 and I would have kicked your ass.
And you bet 0 as well. So right now we have a tie. So unless Alex obviously bid 1,400 and lost.
I bid 1,400. Let's see if I got it.
Alex said,
Ooh, Alex in the
what
right.
is the Boydon Polar Bears? That is correct.
Holy
for
Let's go.
crap. The what? The Boydon? It sounds like something you get at the hospital. Like, oh, I went in and I had my Boydon checked.
I got a funny feeling Peter got his ass kicked here.
I think Peter just lost.
Peter says,
If he says
the
Boydon Bear,
Boydon Polar Bear.
get the hell out of it. No, he didn't.
Peter Berg says, no idea, but only did 100, thinking nobody else would have got it. Alex is this week's winner again.
Oh.
And I thought I can stomp him with this one. I really did.
This
You
is a
got me
Canadian
with
thing.
the you got me with the Adam
Come on.
State one.
Oh, this shit's rigged, man.
This is,
Okay.
yeah, I'm out. Come on.
I want my reparations now.
He had a full category just for you guys.
He did. He did. He did.
That's Florida.
Hey, I want my Jeopardy reparations now.
I love this comment of the night right here. JC Allen, Alex Def looked it up. He's being added to the comments tonight. Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, JC, I agree with you.
JC, my brother.
It's always good to see you guys. Same with everybody else in the comment section. Just to give a quick shout out to everybody else I saw in there. Richard Taraka, thank you for tuning in. Imagine if Yaya Diaby gets more sacks than JTS as a rotational player. Ooh.
Yeah.
Johnny Dean.
You know what? I got to tell you, I agree with that guy about the sacks.
I can see it.
Alex is sleeping while he wasn't getting any points. Sean Spencer was been in the comments section all night. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Sean.
Want to make sure I got everybody else. The Two Giants Football Podcast was in here saying wide right. That's the other one.
Andrew?
Yep.
You.
One of the best, greatest Super Bowls of all time, right there.
Oh, guys, by the way, Super Bowl 11, Fred Bolitnikoff, MVP for your
Hey.
Oakland Raiders. There you go, baby. So
Not
don't
that.
ever question the
Well,
power
not
and
that,
fury
not
of the
that.
Ray. I said Fred Bolitnikoff, former
I'll clip it out
Seminole,
for you. I'll
FSU Seminole.
clip it out for
Boom.
you. It's Shaq.
Alex Schauber says, wow, was
Don't
that
get
Ray?
your testicles and then not there, Petey.
It says, wow, was that Ray? I haven't seen him in decades. Damn right, that's Tampa Bay Ray himself. Coca-Cola. Andrew was drinking the original ingredients. Hey.
Hey.
I don't drink it, that's for sure.
Woo. Is that where all the smoke's coming from up there, Andrew?
Oh, wait. Listen, I wish it was getting people high instead of actually hurting their lungs.
Oh, yeah. Not
Again,
good.
Tonight, Andrew says, Johnny Dean, thank you so much for tuning in. It took me 5 seconds to find out put the college bear mascot and boo.
Heck, so I've looked it up before, just not today.
That's
I
what
will
she
say
said,
that.
too.
That's hilarious. But yeah, listen, I tried. I figured I'd stop them. I don't have the means to stop everybody from going and looking it up. This will definitely be the last time we do college logos for the final Jeopardy, but we had to include it in there.
Logos.
No, that was all good. That was all
That was a
good.
fun game. I want to play again.
Yeah, let's go. And my
We'll get you guys on anytime. I was actually just going to start giving you guys the floor because I know you guys got to start popping out here before me and Alex Loosemore start doing a little bit of fantasy football talk here. So let me start it off with Ray because I know that you're going to probably get ready to start talking on that beautiful beach about some beautiful stuff the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are doing this season. So tell everybody where they can find you and how they can find you.
brother, first of all, Andrew and Alex. Andrew, thanks for having me tonight. Alex, good to see you. Don't forget, down here, we're celebrating hard. It's June, and June is Pride, and it's Pride Month down here in June. So if you're down here,
So
in
are the
Florida, anywhere
Lions.
around, they're a pride. They're a proud,
Yes, they are.
proud pride. But thanks for having me, Cup of Ray. You can find me anywhere. We're at PHP Studios. We're going to be locking down with podcasts. Harry the Greek, Peter Blake, and myself. We're having some fun down here. And you guys, thanks for having us. And you guys are always invited. The reciprocation will always be open.
We were actually talking before the show, Ray, before you got here, about how long it's going to be before I can get down there. And I'm telling you right now, it's not that far off, but it is literally enough that when I do come down there, the family's coming with me and we're all meeting up. We're all going out places and stuff.
I want to say this, though, Andrew. We've been talking about this going back 4 years. The thing is now, brother, I love you, but it's legal down here now, too. So you don't even have to bring that. Just bring the family. Come down. We'll have a good time. All right, brother? Thanks for having me tonight.
Thank you for being on.
See you, my brother.
Let me get your neighbor on here as well to give him a shout out. Harry the Greek from 1252 Sports. Tell everybody where the hell that is and where else they can find you.
You can find me on 1252 Sports on the over-under coming up this football season. But mainly, you can catch me on the sports web with Peter Blake. I'm his co-host Monday and Wednesday evenings on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you want to reach me personally, you can go ahead and look up Harry Berg on Facebook, or my Twitter handle actually changed. It's Harry_the Greek. It's at Harry_the Greek. And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, read it down here. Make sure you go support the Belmont Stakes on Saturday. There's some really good races going on tomorrow. I don't care what side of the fence you're leaning on. Go support horse racing. It's great for the economy. And I'll tell you what, the 9's going to hit the board. Andrew, thank you so much for having me on. Peter, I wish they had the segment on there because I really, really wanted to know how much you paid.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Peter Blake and how much he gets paid, let's talk to the man, the myth, the legend himself, and get him the heck out of here as well. Peter Blake, the guy who got me started on all this. Tell everybody where the heck you're at and where the hell they can find you.
Absolutely. It's the evolution of sports talk television on Monday and Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock on I Love St. Pete, Amped Up Sports, and The Hub. It's the Sports Web. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake. What do we say here on this show? You know it, you love it, you got to have it. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And North Sports Dynasty and the Sports Web, it's your time.
And it's Belmont time, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Hells yeah, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Every time you guys pop on, it's a blast. We'll be on your guys' networks here pretty damn soon, too, talking Bucs, Lions on the upcoming season, you know, NFL futures with Harry, since we didn't necessarily get to it, but we're going to be popping it off. So,
gentlemen, have a great day. Really, thank you so much for having me on.
you.
Alex,
Thanks
nice
for
talking
coming
to you. Do me a favor. Love the backdrop and everything else, but what would be really cool is if you had two helmets facing each other, or four of them trying to ram each other from the NFC North. Just a suggestion. Talk to you later, brother.
Hey, Harry, I got something for you. Here it is.
What do you got?
This guy sucks.
And you know what, Peter?
Shut up!
Oh, that's
the love
kind of
is
cute.
real, man. The love is real. Thank you guys
That's
so much
kinda
for being
cute, buddy.
here. I'll talk
Look
to
at
you guys soon.
They
and
let
I'll-
him out of his little cage.
Who the hell cares?
He's like a cute little bulldog.
Peter, Harry,
Down, boy.
Ray. Much love, guys. Thank you again.
Much love. Talk to you later. Deuces,
Take
brother.
it easy, guys. All right. That was Peter Blake, Harry Berg, and Mr. Ray
That was
Kennedy
a lot of fun.
popping it off here on NSD. Thank you very much for them being here. So what we're going to do quick, we're going to get to a quick commercial break. Then me and Alex will be back here for you fantasy football guys. It's starting to get to that season where you're starting to need to know what to do and how to do it. So we're going to do a mock draft, and it's a good time, especially with the whole Dalvin Cook situation going on, which we'll inevitably talk about when we come back right here at NSD. Thank you for being here and all that other fun stuff. And if I could actually find a damn video, there they are. I hit it for some reason. So we'll be right back here at NSD.
can't shit all over people and just sleep like a baby at night.
Straight up, like just out of nowhere, left field. Fuck your Bucs. Like I don't get that from Sid every morning. Like,
I hope you do. It wouldn't be NSD if you don't.
very true.
Fair.
I'm now finding that I'm getting shit on by both fucking Sid and Ash as a fucking combo lately. It's kind of fucked.
That's what happens.
Bullshit, man.
That's what happens and then they add Chris to it, and it's like, oh, I was
Get shit on.
really inappropriate.
Get shit on. That's all I think of every time.
Yeah.
Get shit on.
I need to
Your
not-
ass. Your ass.
What? Welcome back to North Sports Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. I am 1/5 of your host. He is 2/5 of the hosts. Kyle would make third. Chris would make fourth. Sid would make fifth. You can figure out the order if you want. You can move me to fifth. Whatever. We're the hosts of NSD, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back. Much love for tuning in here tonight. We just finished up having Harry the Greek, Peter Blake, and Mr. Raymond Kennedy on the show here tonight, playing Jeopardy with us, which Alex won again. Alex literally won again. And I should have known better. I should not have done that, but I was in a rush. I needed to figure it out. And I was like, there's no way he's going to get this. But I should have known that, like, he's going to be like, polar bear.
I was going to say the fact that it was the polar bear because I've recognized it looking up other teams in their schedules. And then especially polar bears with a B.
I also
that
forgot
was
my hint for it was going to be the school mascot was selected as a polar bear in 1913 to honor Robert Perry, a Bowdonian Bowdon, whatever they're called, alumnus who led the first successful expedition to the North Pole. So I was just trying to like make people smarter. I was just trying to inform people that colleges support people who actually do made like accomplishments. So we should probably start throwing colleges out there to support some of our favorite players who have actually done major accomplishments. Like, for example, we should have a college out there for OJ in the television industry, since he's actually brought the most views to a television set of all time. Alex does not
USC.
support.
That's USC.
Oh,
well, he went to USC.
That's
so.
true. That's true. All right, so we're gonna get into this. I just got to share the screen, do all the fun stuff, so we can do this sleeper, and then I actually gotta send it to you. Is the other thing. Well, maybe I should.
Yeah, that might help.
Ooh, white. I like white. We're gonna do white this time. Copy invite. Link copied, and then if I go here, then I go to you. I know I should have done this earlier.
Whatever. It's all good.
There we go. It's actually not that bad. There we go. All right. So, there. White. Aha. The background actually works a little bit better, in my opinion, this way. It's because it's a little bit more brighter. So, as everybody knows, North Sports Dynasty is a dynasty show. That's what we do. We're a fantasy show. We try to help everybody win. I didn't win last year. Alex didn't win last year. So that kind of sucks. But it's okay because as of next year, that trophy will literally be in every NSD shot right here.
No. I mean
own
like
little
right here.
Into the abyss of nothing when you touch back there?
Well, no, there won't be the background there because I'll have the trophy there.
You know, here's the thing. Out of all the people who are gonna go for it and stuff like that, the people who are gonna gloat the most about it is definitely me. Because when I win that trophy, I am doing a photo shoot and everything. You have no idea. Yeah. I will drink out of it. I will smoke out of it. I will do everything.
I would say if I win, I'm definitely drinking out of it. I can tell you that much.
Hells yeah. So
might be every show.
you got the link sent to you there?
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what pick you take.
Okay, well, actually, it's funny that you say that. Our first ever mock draft that we did, and then the second season we did it, and we did a mock draft, we did the same thing. So we're not going to change things now with the first mock draft of the season. Alex is either going to get the first pick or the last pick.
I'll flip a coin for it.
Okay.
So heads is first, tails is last.
Okay.
And I got tails, so I'm last.
You get last pick, okay? And so
yeah.
I guess for the first time ever, I actually get to start from the first spot. This is actually a very, very weird position for me. Okay, let's start the draft. All right, so it's 4 hours just because I think that, obviously is enough time for us to make the picks and talk about it.
I should hope so.
So this is a standard PPR, points per reception, 12-team league, not super flex or anything like that. Just, 2 flex, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. Draft your kicker and defense later on. We'll actually probably do a show about defenses and kickers to kind of go over their value. But today is just to give a general value of, the first couple of rounds and where you can start finding some of these guys later on. So with me being here, everyone's like, dude, it's Justin Jefferson. Why are you even debating anybody else? And the reason I'm saying this is because of this. I don't pick for a while. And I don't like unknowns.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the fact that they just got rid of Dalvin Cook. And now all the attention is going to be on Justin Jefferson. It means he's still going to be serviceable. But is he going to have the season that he did last year? No. So obviously somebody else is going to come in there and have a really good season. And I've literally even debated Travis Kelce here because I have this weird theory.
First overall?
Well, I have this weird theory in this upcoming season that this is his last, possibly coming up. It's going to be his best. And that may warrant a top 5 pick in a redraft. Maybe not first overall, but just for shits and giggles, I thought about it here. The person that I do want to start the draft with, if I can get him in the top 3 picks right off the bat, is the guy I am going to take, and that is Jamar Chase. He's the one for sure, I guess you would say, is Joe Burrow, unless he is injured, is going to be – I'm going to turn that off in my ear – is going to throw him the ball all the time. T. Higgins with the possible holdout and Boyd, the contract extension. He's got a great wide receiver core, but he's obviously got his guy. And I don't think we've seen the end of the iceberg yet for Jamar Chase. So I'm actually going to take him number 1. Obviously, Cooper Kupp, which is kind of weird, but I can see it, goes number 2. McCaffrey 3, Jefferson 4, Kelce went 5th. Hill 6, Eckler, Taylor, Bijan, and Barkley. Got a run on running backs, literally.
I was hoping to get one of Bijan or Barkley. I really, really was.
And then, of course, Team 11 gets Stephon Diggs, which is also a good pick for the first round. So Alex is now up and gets to do back-to-back picks. So what are you thinking here?
Well, we just saw 5 running backs go off the board. And if I don't take running backs here, it's a long time before I can get them. I'm always of the mindset that you can wait on wide receivers because there's so many good ones nowadays. I love to get my running backs early.
Okay.
I'm looking here. Without the guy to take touches after him, I think Nick Chubb is going to be a very good option this year. So I'll take him with my first one. And then it's just if I think Josh Jacobs can have that kind of year again, which I'm leaning towards no.
Now, the other side on that, too, is if the quarterback situation isn't fixed, they might actually use him a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
The same amount that they did. But is it necessarily going to be in the benefit of PPR? I don't know, unless they get a very scared quarterback.
See, and the PPR aspect is what's making me look at this running back that I'm about to take. It's Najee Harris. Much improved offensive line, a nasty weapon out of the backfield. I think Najee Harris could go off this year.
I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it.
I almost went Breece Hall. He was the other one I was thinking.
Now it is my turn. I get my double picks, but after Najee Harris went CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs fell all the way to the 6th pick in the second round. First quarterback off the board is Mahomes and Jalen Hurts right after him. Team 5 almost got the double up, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just
They
St.
did
Brown.
get Mahomes and Hill together.
Yep. That's true. Wilson and St. Brown, and then Wilson, and then Pollard off the board. Now I'm up, and I'm left with some pretty interesting decisions here. As I look at my options at running back, I don't love them all. I don't want to start doing the Breece Hall debate just yet until I know he's healthy. Given the spot that I'm in right now as well, I am kind of stuck because I do want a running back. The Ramondre Stevenson is intriguing, but I know there's going to be a game where he's got no points.
Yeah, he has a couple where he has no points, and then he has a couple where he goes off for 15 plus.
And if we look at the game logs from last year, like, he was injured, or sorry, that was the year before. His consistency is basically just the 10 points. When you look at it here, the PPR, he's got a little bit more. You got that 17 banger there. In
PPR, he was the 7th running back last year.
Which is interesting. So consistency makes him a good pick here, but it's just not the sexy pick that I want. Whereas the one that I do lean towards is the other guy, is Mr. Travis Etienne. And I know this right here doesn't look the greatest, but when you get towards the end of this season, that's the consistency that I like to see right there. And it's all based off of his attempts and yards, but he's got a lot of these receptions that he was getting here too. And they were going for some actual yardage. So I am stuck between the two, but I am going to go, just because of the bye week as well, I am going to go Travis Etienne. And then without even questioning it, because I'm not going to get him, I am going to get my double up here, and I am going to take Joe Burrow right off the bat. Maybe a little bit too high, but I love the stack idea, right? If I can get Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, I would like to try and get Joe Burrow maybe halfway through the third, maybe like just at the beginning of the third. If I was the 4th overall team there, he probably would have fell to me. But I don't think Jamar Chase would have been available at 4. So I'm going to go with I get my quarterback, my running back, and my wide receiver. And now I can start looking at different options, such as, the tight end and such. Metcalf, Waddle after that. Andrews is gone. Hall and Stevenson. Josh Allen goes. Higgins, Smith, Olave, and Samuel all off the board. And Alex is back on there with a double up.
And there's still a lot of really intriguing options at receiver that makes it so I don't have to reach.
This is true.
So I might go running back, quarterback here. And if I'm looking at it, if I was doing this for real, I've got Chubb week 5 and Harris week 6. So try to mess with the bye weeks there.
At least, not with your top guys.
So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my quarterback. I'm going to go with Lamar. Get those rushing yards.
Yep.
And he actually has somebody to throw to now. So
that is true.
Then running backs, if they wouldn't have loaded up at running backs, Kenneth Walker would be a home run pick here. They drafted Zach Charbonnet and blanking on the guy's name from Georgia. But 2 very good running backs. In the draft, which I think lessens his workload. Aaron Jones splits with Quadzilla, A.J. Dillon. Or the Quad Faller, or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, whatever that is.
I don't think Joe Mixon's going to be a Bengal. I don't like that one. Gibbs is there.
It's weird because the Mixon one is like if he does end up staying, which it actually seems like it is leaning towards, surprisingly, then he does hold amazing value. But it does that major question mark. Same thing with Alvin Kamara.
Screw it. I'm going to take the guy they're calling Weapon X in Detroit right now, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, there it is. He gets his boy. I almost took, or I did take him in the one new draft that I got pulled into to take over someone's team, that Dynasty one there. And man, oh man, when I made the trade for Anthony Richardson, because it's super flex and I needed a quarterback bad, But when Jahmyr Gibbs fell into my lap, I was like, thank fucking God. Looking at that afterwards, Hawkinson and then Walker, Cooper, Jones, Kittle's off the board, which is kind of, I didn't think he was going to fall to me, but I was hoping. McLaurin, Keenan Allen, Joe Mixon went all the way to 4-9. One guy I really was hoping would fall to me, Calvin Ridley, did not. I think he's going to have a big year.
See, I was between Gibbs, Hawkinson, McLaurin, and Ridley. Those were my 4 I was looking at there.
Madison also was another one, like, strong consideration, but I can understand why a lot of people are scared of the Alexander Madison test. I'm kind of scared of what Minnesota is going to be this year, but I mean, they got faith in their guys, and I can't necessarily hate them for that.
They have a really good offensive line for them to run behind, though. That's the
true
thing.
Speaking of running, looking at my running back options here, and only one that I still am okay with is the whole J.K. Dobbins. And I think he's one of the last ones that I would say is in that elite level. When you start looking at all these other guys, Pacheco possibly.
Javonte Williams if he comes back early enough.
If he does, yeah. I'm hitting this on Dameon Pierce just because they've actually got weapons there now, so his value is not going to be as high as everybody thinks. I am going to take J.K. Dobbins, and now my running backs are set. This is where I am actually stuck. I like the high upside of these 3 wide receivers right here, DJ Moore, Drake London, and Chris Godwin. There is another one out there in Mr. Jerry Jeudy that I'm also high up on, but I'm not willing to risk getting him right now. I'm also just looking at some of the other wide receivers that are available later on, and I do like what I see. So I do have the even look at the tight end position. And wouldn't you know it, Mr. Dallas Goedert is still there. He is going to be my tight end.
It's a good pick.
He just is. And when you look at him, I guess you can show player card. There we go. When you look at what he did last year, number 12 PPR, 2021, he also was just consistent all across the board, like just 10s basically every single game. You didn't have to worry about him. This is where he had the injury season. And even when he came back, it was just been nothing but consistency. And the guy's still young. And if that's the type of consistency he's been doing through multiple different coaches and multiple different systems, he had success really good last year. So I'm willing to have that. I didn't want to take the risk on a Kyle Pitts because if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. And that's not very good. Dalton Schultz is another one that I think people are sleeping on. I think he's going to surprisingly get a lot of targets. Especially because that offense is going to be run similar to apparently what it was last year, but with a lot of different variations in play actions. But, Davis Mills has actually picked it up really good, but CJ Stroud's going to pick it up really good. But it's got a lot of tight end motion, and the tight end that they got is a big banger. So I'm kind of mad that I didn't wait as well because it looks like I still could have gotten him probably on the return there. But it is what it is. I still like the fact that I got the consistency in Dallas Goedert. Fields went Hopkins, Moore, Pierce, Sanders, London, which is another sleeper everybody's going to be on. Herbert, Godwin, Pitts, Watson, and then it goes back to Alex for the 5th and 6th round. What are you thinking?
I'm at the point now where I got to look wide receiver. There's a lot I really like, and I'm thinking of taking a chance on some young guys here.
Ooh.
That won't be there the next time I come around.
Fair enough.
I'm looking at George Pickens. I'm looking at JSN, and I'm looking at Jordan Addison.
Okay. Addison is going to see a lot of targets, in my opinion, because of Justin Jefferson.
Yep. I'm going to go George Pickens.
So Sid right now is being like, that's my boy.
You know what? I'm going to switch it up.
Okay.
You see who I got?
I was just popping back over here. Wow. a bit of a stretch. I mean, to some people, but also in my opinion, not. Like, I think this guy can be eventually going as high as like the second or third round. Very, very good pick. I'm so happy that I got him back in Dynasty in almost every platform possible. He's my boy. Speaking of my boy, Mike Evans is still there. Don't necessarily want him.
If it's a redraft, though, I think it's a solid pick, especially in the end of round 6.
I would much rather like Mike Williams because Justin Herbert is actually a proven quarterback that is going to throw it to him. So I'm going to go with that route. The other one that I'm going to pick, it might come as a surprise to people, but I am really high up on Brandon Ayuk this season.
I almost took Ayuk with that last set, too.
Yeah. I actually just traded for him, or was trying to trade for him I did in the one Dynasty league there. And the one that I was taking over, I ended up getting Sam Darnold, Trey Lance, and a first-round pick, and Brandon Ayuk. And I can't remember what I had to give up, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So,
well, my gamble paid off because Jordan Addison's still sitting there.
Yeah, I see you got that because it went Pacheco, Burks, Lawrence, Evans, Kirk, Deontay Johnson, Rachaad White, and our guys back-to-back, Rachaad White, David Montgomery, Smith and Jigba, and Deshaun Watson, Deshaun Massagin, finally at 7-11. 7-11. And then Jordan Addison at 7-12. Obviously, with you, that makes so much sense. You're 3 wide receivers now.
Not going to lie.
Really good.
I wanted Montgomery as my handcuff there for Jameer. I was really hoping he was going to be there, get him and Smith and Jigba and Addison.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that doesn't end up being the case.
I also like the difference between our wide receivers in the first 6 rounds. Like, it's almost as if you put a comparison online. People would probably – it's almost like a 60-40 split. I can see people going either which way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were given Jamar Chase, Mike Williams, and Brandon Ayuk, or you can have George Pickens, Kadarius Toney, and Jordan Addison.
It depends what you think of Addison and Toney, really.
That is also true, yeah.
Now I'm looking at the tight end position.
Yeah, I guess you need one of those still. And there's still a very good amount down there.
Yeah, I really like Freiermuth, but then I've got 3 players on a week 6 bye. Don't love that.
Don't sleep on Evan Ingram either. I know there's a plethora, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, plethora, not the other one. Plethora of receivers in general on that team in Jacksonville, but Evan Ingram's going to get hits too.
My other thing then is I got 2 week 6, 2 week 9. Gibbs and Ingram. So I'm looking. Then if I go in Njoku, then I've got Chubb and Njoku the same week.
Yep.
So I'm looking at Dalton Schultz.
Amen. Like I was telling you, don't sleep on Dalton Schultz, man.
Especially if CJ Stroud's in. Rookie quarterbacks typically love to throw to the tight end.
You possibly could even get, maybe not on the turnaround there. I was like, maybe. His ADP is 10-3. You might be able to get him at the 9-12.
Actually, you know what? I'm looking at this. I might go back to receiver.
Get another one.
There's a guy I really like in Mr. Jahan Dotson that's still sitting there.
Oh, yeah. He is a utility weapon that is going to go underrated again on that team. A.J. Dillon, Dak Prescott, Brandon Cooks, Evan Ingram, Tyler Lockett, Smith-Schuster, James Cook, Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson, and Michael Thomas all off the board. I am now going to take a quick little sneak peek over at the running back position. There's not a lot that I like, but Jamal Williams is a very good risk that I'm willing to take at the end of the 8th round because of the Alvin Kamara situation. Now I'm going back to the wide receivers, though, and there's still a number 1 on the board in Denver. Why is this happening? Am I missing something here? Has he been injured? No, he's just in a new system with a hell of a great coach. Give me Cortland Sutton.
I love Cortland Sutton.
I think he's very underrated. I mean, if I'm getting him in the 9th round, like if you didn't take Kadarius Toney, I mean, way up there, and you just had no, like, if you weren't smart, like, you know, like you are when it comes to this shit, then if you would have been available to me where I can get Jamal Williams out of there instead of Kadarius Toney, I would have 1,000% done that. And that was my plan. So thank you for fucking that up.
Yeah, no problem.
So now you're back on the board after Quentin Johnson, Freiermuth, Davis, Njoku, Schultz. Tua's gone. Charbonneau, Penny. I just don't understand the Penny love. Herbert and Perrine are gone.
Well, and especially with Swift and Philly, like it's two guys that haven't been able to stay healthy. As much as I love Swift, two guys that just haven't been able to hold down the fort. So I don't really trust either of them.
Fair. It's weird because now
a lot of tight ends went off the board.
Yep, and now you start getting into like some of the. You're like, how is this guy still here, and why is this guy still here?
There's a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a flyer on a guy here who I think is going to take over the number 1 running back role in Miami, and Devon Achane. That speed he has, I think he's going to hit many long touchdowns this year.
Oh my God, yes. He is going to break for a couple for sure.
Well, and him, Waddle, Hill, like the speed they've got on that team.
Yep.
I think Mike McDaniel is going to be able to do a lot with A-Chain. I really like that pick.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this late. And then I'll go get his handcuff right away with Raheem Mostert.
Mine as well, just in case. Like, especially now you can take risks on them and stuff. So, still don't have a tight end, though. And Cole Kmet just went off. I saw that. Rogers, Richardson, Mitchell, Kmet, Bateman, Flowers, Cousins, Jamison Williams, there we go, Daniel Jones, and Alan Lazard, all off of the board. Now taking a look here, the Damian Harris in Buffalo one is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Dalton Kincaid one in Buffalo is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Jerick McKinnon last year. PPR stud number 20. And if I'm not mistaken, he had a couple
big games.
Yeah. There it is. 34, the 34, the 12, the 22 against Denver. I was also looking in the wrong place earlier. Whoops. My stone desk is done. I was like, why are these all like consistent as fuck? This makes no sense. The Elijah Moore one is also quite interesting.
That's going to be a sleeper in a lot of drafts this year.
Mm-hmm. But I don't want to go back-to-back wide receivers because I already have one in mind that I'm taking here. I want a good running back, I guess you would say. And I can get the handcuff here. But looking at the ADP, I can possibly wait out for Keandre Miller.
Yeah, Keandre Miller's going to go way later.
Mm-hmm. So I'm probably going to do that. But I do like the Damian Harris possibility. So I'm going to take him.
Pick. Especially the end of round 10.
Yep. Now, I am going to go grab him right away. Wandale Robinson, who I actually think is going to become the number 1 wide receiver for the Giants. And everybody forgets what he was actually doing.
I was hoping Dalton Kincaid was still going to be there.
Kincaid?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't know the projections of where he's going to be. And to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now, thank you. Like, share, follow, NSD. And thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight. I do not know, as a fantasy football guy right now, where Dalton Kincaid is going to go. But I can tell you right now, as a person who just did a couple of Dynasty rookie drafts and one is still ongoing in a different league right now, I ended up – well, yeah, it's just because it got late, so some stuff happened. But I had the option between Kincaid, Mayer, Keandre Miller was still there on the board. Rice was still there. Downs was still there. And I went with Kincaid, and it was just because I'm like, I can either dangle him later on to somebody who's going to get desperate and really wants him, or really wants a number 1 tight end going into next season, they think anyway. Or I can dangle Evan Ingram, which is the other one I have, and I can grab him. Or he could just end up becoming a tight end / wide receiver by sleeper standards, because that's how the Buffalo Bills classify him right now. So, but I see that.
I think you'll see him a lot in the slot.
I see you've got Laporta there.
Yeah, I wanted Kincaid, but since he went, I wasn't big on the other options. Dulcich, I don't really know. Gerald Everett can't stay healthy to save his life. Michael Mayer, I really liked.
Okay.
You know, fuck it. I'm going to double up on tight ends. Rookie tight ends, too. Laporta and Michael Mayer.
Michael Mayer is a very interesting prospect. I am going to say that right now. Mooney, Moore, Dulcich, Thielen, Elliott, Wilson, Mingo, Boyd, Murray, and Everett all off the board. This leaves me with some other choices, which I seem to be okay making. I wanted Boyd, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I figured you wanted him.
just in case, like injury would have made that, like could have made him another number one, and you get him in the 12th round. Yeah, that would have been nice. Deontay Foreman could actually be the number one for the Bears if Herbert isn't necessarily what they think he is, but I'm not willing to risk that when there's some other guys left on the board here. So looking at wide receivers, I do like my Nico Collins.
I think he's going to be another big sleeper this year.
And I do like me.
My biggest wide receiver sleeper for the year is still sitting there, though. I'm getting the handcuff right now, just in case. Good pick.
Just in case. Just in case. We'll see what happens. So right now it's all about who you think is good for you, like who you want to actually pick and stuff, and handcuffs, wide receivers, running backs especially. And Foreman, Johnson, the other Chicago running back, Goff, Zay Jones, Jeff Wilson, Juwan Johnson, Sky Moore, Bryce Young, Rice Ertz are all off the board, and Alex is back after taking 2 tight ends back to back.
I said my biggest wide receiver sleeper is still sitting there, and he should still be sitting there when it comes back around for the last pick in the draft. So I might bank on that.
Okay.
Some interesting secondary quarterbacks here.
Okay. Yeah, like Goff is. Did Goff go already?
Goff went a couple of picks after you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He was the one I was waiting for, having Laporta and Gibbs.
Now you're looking at like Carr, Stroud, Stafford, possibly.
Yeah, there's a few options I like. But I am going to get the handcuff for Najee and Jalen Warren.
That's a good idea. Handcuffs are good now.
Yeah. And then I'll get the handcuff for Nick Chubb in Jerome Ford.
Also good. A couple of handcuffs. I guess everybody, yeah, I should have said no defenses, whatever, but we'll let them all take their kickers and defenses.
And now my guy's definitely going to be there.
Yeah. So here's where I would probably. You know what? I like Chuba. I like the Chuba possibility, and I like the Cordell Patterson possibility.
Chuba's behind Miles Sanders, who gets banged up and is inconsistent. He had a really good year last year. So I do, especially in the 15th round or 14th round, also love the potential on Chuba here.
And since these are my last 2 picks, I am going to make it my last running back pick. And I am going to finish it off with almost went Jalen Hyatt, but I'm not going to. I am going to go with you know what? I'm going to take Curtis Samuel.
I thought you might have ended up taking my guy.
Who is Mr. Alex Loosemore's last pick of the draft?
It's a guy that I think is going to be one of the most slept on wide receivers this year. His quarterback is now going to play his first full year in a while. This is his deep threat. In Cleveland, I'm going Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Nice.
Contract year 2, going to try and make some money. So
That's a good pick. That's a good
I think
pick.
he's going to be super slept on.
Alex's team ends up being Nick Chubb, Najee Harris, Lamar Jackson, Jahmyr Gibbs, George Pickens, Kadarius Toney, Jordan Addison, Jahan Dotson, Devontae Acme, Raheem Mostert, Sam Laporta, Michael Mayer, Jalen Warren, Jerome Ford, and Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Man, if this was a fucking dynasty team, that'd be unreal.
Right? Jesus. My throat. Ugh. I need water with my Red Wings cup here. Oh, gotta support a poverty franchise. My team, Jamar Chase, Travis Etienne, Joe Burrow, J.K. Dobbins, Dallas Goedert, Mike Williams, Brandon Ayuk, Jamal Williams, Cortland Sutton, Damian Harris, Wandale Robinson, Nico Collins, Keandre Miller, Chuba Hubbard, and Curtis Samuel. So if you're watching, or if you come and see this video later on, let us know who you think drafted better. Was it Mr. Alex Loosemore or was it myself? We all know what the answer is, so we don't even have to. So it's me. I'm just kidding.
Like I say, I really like your draft, so.
I did actually. Yours tail end's actually a lot better, and I've actually told myself that I need to be better at the tail end of a startup or redraft because I'm gonna win this year. I'm gonna win the NSD redraft. I'm gonna beat David, that's for sure. Sid is next, and then you, and anybody else who's gonna try and come after the redraft.
Yeah, okay.
It's not gonna work. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the show. Obviously, we are done the mock draft. We had Peter Blake on from the Sports Web, the Rolex Warrior. We had Harry Berg from 1252's The Over and Under, and also on the Sports Web with Peter Blake almost every day. And Ray Motherfucking Kennedy from Cup of Ray out on the beach having a couple of drinks. I love when Ray's got a couple of drinks. He was so offended when I said the Bucs are going to suck. Like, what the fuck did you just say?
Well,
you come down here, Faber, come for drinks. Come for drinks.
So much for your reinforcements, eh?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to reconsider this. Maybe 1 in 16. Like, give us one. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you all again for tuning in. Obviously, I am Andrew Fair. He is Alex Loosemore, host of Restoring the Roar. He'll obviously be back when there's a little bit more news on the Lions.
Yeah.
Off season, we do the big shows and stuff like that because it's a lot more fun when you get a lot of people to join in. Speaking of a lot of people joining in, shout out to all the people in the comment section tonight. Yeah. Shout out to all the people who were here earlier on. And shout out to you, the fans of NSD. Remember to like and share and follow and subscribe on YouTube and all of the NSD platforms that we got. Shout out to all the other NSD hosts that we got, to Chris and Sid and Kyle, who are out doing their own things this weekend. Chris is, I think, camping. Sid is working. Yeah. And Kyle is
wedding planning.
Is that what? Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay, fine. He's excused because he's wedding planning. Whatever.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
I'm going to say that's one we can't take him away from his lady for. So
No. If she calls, we're like, hey, she called, man.
Yep.
That's it. That's all. So,
yeah.
Speaking of which, that's it. That's all from us here at NSD. Shout out again to all of you out there. We will see you next week. I will have more stuff for you. Alex will possibly be here. Chris will possibly be here. Kyle will possibly be here. Sid will not be here because he is working. But we do have the June 26th? June 26th. Yes, we're going to be doing a Monday show in order to have Sid on and also do Jeopardy and all the other fun stuff. And then we'll do another one with everybody that will plan in August to go do all the NSD standby. It's our final mock draft of what the season's going to be, everybody's predictions, all that kind of stuff. That'll be a big, long show, but it'll be fun. Yes, I've already lost one. I am so mad at this. I get it.
I cannot wait for schedule predictions because there are going to be so many based off that.
That's the thing. Is the schedule predictions, that's where a lot are going to come from. Or a couple of takes that we're going to do through that. I have a list that I'm working on that I'll send to the NSD guys eventually, where it's obviously your predictions for the full season, your picks, like draft order, who you think will win the Super Bowl, all that kind of stuff, your Super Bowl MVP, blah, 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 blah. But it'll be like one thing that you think will happen that is so out to left field. You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff we'll also throw in there so that if they are said and we clip it, we get rich. I hope. Anyways, thank you all again for being here. Much love again. We'll talk to you guys next week. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Ciao.